can't we just understand the fact that no matter your sentimental attachment to Ramsdale, I love Ramsdale personally, but for just this performance I've seen from Right, is just better. It is what it is,
bro. You know what it was yesterday? Was you remember that game we beat Fulham 3-0 away last year?
Yeah.
You remember there was a time we were very comfortable when Ramsdale wanted to dilly-dally at the back and do something crazy and funny.
Yeah.
Where out of nothing, those people might have scored. Maybe at 2-0 or 3-0, they might have scored.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
the momentum has now shifted to Fulham.
To Fulham. Raya, for me, stopped that yesterday. These people didn't ever feel like the goalkeeper gave them a chance
to have a momentum swift.
Did you see the way we're playing from the back?
Yeah, different level.
Like, for me, there were moments when Raya passed the ball to Zinchenko. I was scared. But
he is more comfortable. For me, he's more comfortable and more switched on. He doesn't have... Now, I enjoy the shithousery of Ramsdale, but he's not needed at all the time. I'm sorry. He's not needed.
Bro, see.
So,
Alisson doesn't do shithousery.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it at all. Even when that's in... If not that he's very good on the ball, he doesn't do shithousery.
Exactly.
So when we call shithousery, yes, people will say, but it's not something where it is needed, whether it's there or not. It's not something where I would lose sleep over. But an air of calmness was around us. Yes. Like for once, you saw Gabriel pass. There was a place here and Saliba pass from the back. Like I now knew, okay, Arteta, I peep your game. You understand? I can see. You understand? You see, bro, there were times he switched the ball to White. White could easily collect the ball.
Easily. His distribution yesterday was like, he made it easy for the players to lash on with the ball. Not that it's underpass or slightly beside or behind. It was perfect placement. And I'm sorry, we love the distribution of Ramsdale, but I'm sorry, Raya is a notch better. It is what it is. Even though he wasn't tested because of how we control the game, but distribution-wise, is clear as night and day. So give me your ratings for Raya.
Yeah, bro, I'll give you. Let me just say something quickly.
Okay, that's right.
He wasn't tested. I would say it's unfair if people say he wasn't tested because you distributed the ball so well, so you could not be tested. Like, cut out any chance. That is what I want to see from my team.
Being proactive, right?
Yes. If you're not good enough, I don't want my goalkeeper to make a save, if possible. I don't look at Manchester United. Do you know how many chances they concede per game for their goalkeeper to save? So
I made that commentary for those who want to use empirical evidence that, but Everton struggled yesterday, wasn't tested. They won't look at the proactiveness of the team.
Yes, bro, that is why we are objective enough to know that. I don't want that chance. Because imagine they had one hopeful shot. People could score worldies. You understand? If you see they scored worldie yesterday, what will people say? So I don't give that chance. They were not good enough. I will bully them there. As you said, put your foot on their neck and leave it there.
There. No chance of resuscitation. We're not going to be resuscitated. Stay there.
My mom used to tell me, you don't kill, if you've not seen what you killed, you don't put it in your bag.
You don't. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Of course. So for me, he got an 8 yesterday.
I will agree with you. I will agree with you. 8. So let's go to Zinchenko. He was colossal, going to the midfield, distributing, nice passing. Even though he ran out of breath, in my opinion, in the 70th minute, that what's his name came on to me. So Zinchenko was nice. He was fluid yesterday. What would be your ratings for Zinchenko?
For me, Zinchenko, I will give Zinchenko 8.5. And people will say, I'm being, maybe it's too much.
Generous.
I'm not being generous because yesterday there were some passes that if it was Martinelli, Zinchenko would have had about 2 assists because we saw some very, very good passes to Trossard yesterday. We saw some unbelievable passes. Like, I was shocked. Zinchenko was just spitting passes. He and Fabio Vieira, I must be very
honest. Same wavelength.
They were on the same wavelength. They were. So he was excellent yesterday.
So 8.5 for Zinchenko. So let's go to Gabriel Magalhaes. Even though he had a yellow card,
easy 8.
He had a good game.
Easy 8. Very easy 8. Easy 8.
They're very physical, very dominant,
Yes.
very impressive. I like the physicality he adds to the Arsenal team, and I love that.
Bro,
So let's go to very calm. Let's go to Gabriel. Okay, let's go to Saliba, William Saliba rather. I say I must say Gabriel Saliba. What am I thinking?
Saliba was a 9. Beto did
he mashed out Beto.
Bro, bro, Beto. I'm sure Beto looked and said, "Nope, I'm in the wrong team."
Nope.
Wow.
He mashed out him yesterday.
I did it. I was thinking because I saw Beto some 1 or 2 things, but that was for me Saliba's easiest. He just made sure there was a place where Beto wanted to run, where he wanted to cut inside.
You are not cutting inside. You showed him the other side. You're not cutting inside. Yeah. You are not cutting inside.
Where is that? The maturity. You see,
this is out of this world.
Talk about Saliba. When all those Ferdinand said, let them see second season so that it not be as if it was a first season.
They are just being hypocritical. Sometimes you don't need to see second. See, when we saw Messi in his first season, we're waiting for second season. There's some things that when you see the quality is showing you don't need confirmation. That this is not Martinez. This is Saliba. You don't need confirmation of some quality. You don't.
Exactly. It's just that when Vermaelen came to play for Arsenal that time, his first time, he was unbelievable. So that's what for me. It's just simple 9.
Okay, according to what's it called? Premier League fans vote. Saliba for them was the man of the match yesterday. Very interesting.
It's reality. Arsenal fans are too reactionary. That's why they gave it to Trossard. There were moments in the game Trossard was off and on.
Exactly. Especially when he came on for Martinelli for the first few minutes, he wasn't looking that great. So let's go to Ben White. What are you going to give Ben White?
I give Ben White an 8. He and Reyes, I would say they will form a very nice relationship over time because
he's looking like that.
One thing he did for Raya was, and I must be very honest, is Arsenal did something that I really enjoyed, which was finding space. The ability to, it's just like we were shifting formations and people were finding space. You saw the way Brighton played Manchester United, where in some moments when they are passing the ball, they just know where to enter as the space to receive the ball. Arsenal did that. Ben White really gave Raya a good outlet. So that even if they come, they've done, he will always receive the ball and is comfortable. So yesterday an 8.
Yeah, I will give him a 7. Yeah, I think Ben White was good, but the distribution was fantastic. I just see sometimes when you actually overlap Saka, his final pass yesterday was not good. You should have had a few assists. But I was thinking a very good 7 for me. Yeah. So let's go to the midfield. Let's go to Declan Rice. How was Declan Rice for you yesterday?
Like, if not because, I would say 8.5.
Okay.
You understand? Some people could still give him 9 with Saliba, but 8.5. You understand? Because yesterday, my Lord, Declan Rice just dominated the midfield. And
by himself.
Bro, that was the funny thing. By himself. Like that lone 6. Look, I know people are saying, oh, he will be and look, let's forget that 8 business right now.
Forget about it. He's done and dusted.
This guy is the business as the lone 6. Like he is just doing, like, for me, this is what I would say. Rodri right now is amazing. But I didn't expect Declan Rice to come in and have such a colossal effect so soon. You understand? Because let's be very truthful. I think in the next 20, or let's say after this season, I'm just assuming, let not be as if I'm embellishing things or speaking too early, but he should be on Rodri's level. Because
it's looking like that. It's looking like that. Because for Rodri, it took him 2 seasons to adjust to the league.
Of course.
But we have to still mention that Declan Rice has been playing in the league
for so many years.
So
Yeah,
But
but I didn't
this guy
expect.
he's 24. He's younger than Rodri. We know for me, Rodri is number one DM in the world for me right now. I'm
Yeah,
trying
of
to,
course, of course.
even though I want to sneak in my Arsenal buyer, but I have to be objective. But
No,
after
he's
Rodri,
Rodri. He's Rodri.
yeah, after
Everything
Rodri,
I'm doing right now. Bro,
yeah,
after
Declan
Rodri, what
Rice,
makes it so bro? It's not even what makes you can call after Rodri, you can call Partey, you can call Declan
yeah,
Rice, you can still call
yeah,
Jorginho. So
yeah. Let's not call the other strag at the theater of tears that people
bro,
were calling that
bro,
he has run
people
out
are
of steam.
saying
So we'll leave that strag alone.
his age is catching up with him. My guy was telling me this, but I
Exactly.
said, never forget because this is where you see players who their brain work more than their feet.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, because
8.5 for Declan Rice.
yeah.
So let's go to Fabio Vieira. How was it yesterday for you? First start.
Fabio. Fabio is going to be fabulous.
He's looking
I
like that.
just, I just, you remember when we were analyzing the game against Monaco, where we played
Yeah.
the preseason, so before the what do they call it, Community Shield.
It's huge.
When people were like, they didn't see what Fabio Vieira played. We should sell Fabio Vieira now that window is
Was he blind?
I wonder when Arsenal fans will finally open their eyes and begin to watch football. It's
In
not
good
by
faith.
gra. Look for the qualities. You remember that day, Fabio was the guy that, for me, was doing more, was comfortable on. Even remember the cameo he made against Man City in
Exactly. She should.
the touches, the execution, everything. You just felt this guy knows how comfortable he can be on the ball.
It's footballing IQ for me is one of the best we have in the squad.
Bro, and one thing I have to do, I'm looking at little by little, and I must tell you, you have said it before, and I'm seeing it right now. His deliveries, his final deliveries, bro. His final deliveries remind me. It looks more like a Trent ball, but not as fast as a Trent ball, but just very precise. If we
Very precise.
if we had a striker like Haaland, with Fabio Vieira yesterday, he will score a hat trick.
He will.
Easy. Because those balls were all, imagine a Ronaldo playing for us. We just cross the ball. It's a goal. There is no doubt about it.
He has that passing range, that intelligence for executing very good final balls. Very, very good.
And his execution, everything yesterday, I was so impressed. And he won duels also. He won duels.
He's showing a bit of physicality now compared to last season.
That's one thing that I'm really impressed with Arsenal this season. Win your duels. You win your duels. And even to be very honest, that was why when we were saying Kai originally, because we expected that because of the physicality, but Fabio didn't look out of sorts. And I'm really happy for it.
So what will be the rating then for Fabio?
For me, Fabio, a solid 8.
Yeah, me too. I'll agree with you. I'm not going to debate the solid 8. I think he was compared. Look at the Everton midfield. I was expecting he might be bullied, but no. He showed his mettle yesterday. He was strong. He secured the ball well. He dribbled past. He won some duels against those tall, physical imposing monsters. So for me, a solid 8 is not out of place. So let's go to Odegaard. Not his best game, but what will be the rating?
I'll give him a 7.5. I'll give him a 7.5. I feel we have come at the time in our squad where Odegaard doesn't need to be the guy to be doing everything. With everybody, shouting, "Oh, Odegaard." Sometimes you need to alleviate some responsibility. I like to see other players of the squad take responsibility and accountability. So yesterday, yes, it wasn't, but you will still see, especially the goal we scored when we passed them out in that sequence.
Yeah,
you see why he is one of the top players in his position in the world. So for me, a solid 7.5. He didn't need to do much yesterday. So
I'll give him 7 because I put him on a different level, and sometimes he underperforms.
Yeah.
But you have to understand, Odegaard is Odegaard. He's a 7 because I put him on a certain stratosphere.
Standard. Yeah.
And if he goes a little behind that, I get he's still a super player. We still need him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to write all the guy. He's a super player. He had a shot saved, a very spectacular shot that was saved by Everton goalkeeper yesterday. So he still played well, and I saw his drive, the movement, the tenacity, especially the pressing, leading the press sometimes to give a breather to the likes of Nketiah sometimes and Jesus. He will go and press. I like that from Odegaard, so I think a solid 7. Let's go to Martinelli, even though he played 20 to 25 minutes before he was substituted due to that unfortunate injury. So what will be your rating for Martinelli, even though he scored that allowed goal?
Martinelli was a 7, and he was a menace yesterday. He was, we're speaking about that. He said he was going to retire Ashley Young yesterday. But he didn't 90 minutes.
But there's still time. Ashley Young will still come to the Emirates. He will retire. He's still going to retire. He's still going to retire. He's still going to do it. So give me a 7.
Yeah, I give him a 7.
Yeah. I'll give him a 7.5. He was, like you say, he was a menace. He was driving Ashley Young backward until that unfortunate injury. I just called a disallowed goal that people are still debating the rules of the game. Was it a goal? Was it deliberate? So hopefully he can get back. We're hearing it's like a hamstring injury. That means at least 3 weeks. So we're wishing Martinelli speedy recovery. Hopefully he can get back soon. Yeah, we'll discuss his replacement very soon. So let's go to Nketiah. Not the best game from Nketiah yesterday. Relatively quiet. What do you think?
Yeah, I felt, yesterday it was a game where they didn't give him space. So he tried to be provider sometimes. There are some moments he tried to flick it to Odegaard, and Odegaard was switched on. So for me, in those kinds of games, yes, I do expect that it will be like that. And he's not a guy that is going to be as physical as, let's say, Haaland playing against this guy. Even Haaland playing against these guys is very difficult because they are
exactly
physical monsters.
They are units. Those guys are units at the back. Tall. They might not be the most.
I was really impressed with that. Their centre back, that Branthwaite yesterday.
Branthwaite,
So I mean, I don't know, 6.5, 7. 7, I said, because he tried to make some things happen. Even that goal that they disallowed, I'm sure he would have been kicking himself that if he knew, maybe he would have run faster. But nobody knew the ball was going to go there. And for some people, they will tell you they didn't believe it was offside because it came off of an Everton player. So
they're debating whether it is deliberate or not. So those are semantics.
I don't think it was deliberate. That's one thing. We don't want to. Some would say intentionally wanted to win the ball back. But I'm sure he intentionally wanted to go to his own goal. So, I mean, we have to be fair here. No need to, throw agendas.
So you're giving him what, 6.5?
Yeah, give him a 6.5. Quiet.
Yeah, I'll give him a 5. I think he had a very, very average performance yesterday. He wasn't as impressive as the past few games he had been. Maybe because he went to stay with Southgate in England camp, and that actually dropped his ability.
And he didn't play.
And he didn't play. So average performance. So let's go to Saka. Saka, a little bit underwhelming, even though he had a better of their left back a few times. It was King. What was his name?
Mikolenko,
rather, and it was kicked a few times, but he didn't have the best of grip of the game yesterday.
Yeah, bro. Of course, when it comes to Saka, what I just saw yesterday it wasn't an easy one because they cluttered into him. But I would say one thing where Saka is very smart and I really love is his deliveries into the box.
Sure.
Yesterday he had some very, very good deliveries into the box. So for me, I still give him an 8 because he played very well. He was really an outlet for us, and especially after Martinelli left, he was a real outlet and he beat his man. I felt sometimes maybe because when he gave the ball to midfield or maybe he gave it to Ben White, in as much as you have to be the guy, everybody knows that, we are depending on Saka. So sometimes I would love to see another person, take the reins.
Take the burden off him.
Yeah. So that was why yesterday, some balls he gave to Ben White. As you said, if he had a better, maybe that's a cross or something. Yeah, we could have seen.
Yeah, it would have been better. Exactly.
So, but for me, he still did it because he was running at them. They battered into. There was one, the ref didn't do anything.
Exactly.